Good morning. I just wanted to come on here for a few minutes and talk about the Veterans Coffee Club situation. I was alerted Saturday that there is some confusion going on about miscellaneous things, and I just wanted to clear the air and set the record straight that the confusion is not coming from my end. I've tried to fix the situation and issues several times. Lots of things are being said about me. It's like the rumor mill has been going overdrive. I have actually reached out to the DAV of Indiana and spoke to, was it the adjutant? I think he's he's on the main board of the DAV. And so I reached out to him. I told him what was going on. It's been several months since I walked away from the other coffee club situation. And so that's, speaking of which, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the papers. Not really the papers, it's the Indiana website. So let me show you here so you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. I don't know where that's coming from. Where is that coming from? Okay, that's nuts. Oh, now I want to share this instead. So for some reason, I'm in the middle of recording a storyline, and that music just popped up, and I don't know if you could hear it, but this is the young woman, Haley Busby, who she was murdered a few months or a month back, or maybe 6 weeks. And that was the music popped up. So sad. Okay, let's go back over here. I'm going to put this over here, do that. Okay, so basically this is the Indiana Biz website. And as you can see here, I have two. It says my businesses. Well, actually, this is my dashboard, my businesses, business name. Okay. The first one is the Veterans Coffee Club of Madison County, Indiana, Inc. And it shows my address. Okay. I'm not going to blub it out. I'm being transparent. This one says Veterans Coffee Club of Anderson, Indiana, Inc. Now, there's a lot of confusion surrounding this coffee club, which was the one that we branched from because there was a lot of issues going on with it. Okay. For starters, the person who started this particular coffee club, I'll show you here. Here it is. The details. Veterans Coffee Club of Anderson, Indiana. Business ID, active. They created it around Valentine's Day 2023. How did I get on here? And I've asked nicely for many months now for them to remove me from this fiasco. Okay, but they have refused to remove me from it. So here we are. It has now been, show you the date. Where's the date at? I just looked at it right here. August 28, 2025. Okay. Change of governing person. And really, it was this day. And if we really want to get technical, we got to go back to around March, April of last year when I was handed. Okay, let's go ahead, share this page because this is what I want to talk about for a second. So there was some issues when I received Veterans Coffee Club of Anderson. Nobody could answer my questions. A lot of the stuff was messed up from the jump, from the start. I have had to start new pages because somebody started attacking me. And my entire social media feed was shut down. And whoever did it called me a terrorist. And let me tell you, it was one of the most hurtful things that I've ever had done to me. And as I look back on it now, there's a couple people that could have been involved with it, because once I was handed this paperwork over here with the coffee club, I was also handed the same veteran handed me the keys to the DAV Chapter 12 before I was even a member. Okay, so I had full access to all personal identifiers from anyone in the DAV Chapter 12 or whoever was in their spreadsheet of members before I was even a member. These guys had never even met me before, but obviously they liked me enough in the beginning, or maybe they thought I was stupid enough in the beginning that they could hand me these organizations and just skedaddle on off into the sunset and never be heard from again. But that's not what happened. I was handed DAV Chapter 12. I became an adjutant of Chapter 12, and they gave me the Veterans Coffee Club. Okay, so you can see there, right here, Veterans Coffee Club, Anderson, Madison County, Indiana. Now, it's sad. It's even really sad to talk about because I can't believe that I've been attacked so bad by older veterans. It's been documented with the DAV district and DAV with Indiana and with national DAV. Okay, so I went and I notified everybody because this is ridiculous. Some of the stuff that they've put me through in the last year, all because I wanted to be nice. And then once I got in there, I had to reestablish the 501c3 status for the DAV. That was behind the scenes. So I was like their little Cinderella for several months. And I just got to one point where I just couldn't take it anymore. So then I get attacked. People are calling me terrorists. Bob Greenwald was one of the spearheads of some of the assaults and the emails that were sent out about me, because me and the current president, Charles Marcinko, decided, let me back up a little bit. So the falling out occurred when we had a veteran who needed help, homeless veteran, okay? I won't say his name, but he needed help, and Charles Marcinko decided that he was going to go. I don't know. I just, in my mind, I wouldn't be able to do that to somebody, but we had even told him the weekend prior to the day that we needed him that we were going to need him that day to help this soldier or this veteran get a place to stay. And Charles decided to go to the Superman movie and put his phone somewhere where we couldn't reach him. And I needed a second signature to be able to help this veteran get a room. And it just was a horrible day. Like, I couldn't move on. I couldn't get to where I needed to go or do any of my personal stuff because I was trying to help this veteran all day. And it was like after 8 hours of struggling to figure out what to do. We finally figured it out. But the point being is, I just wanted to show folks that I had started the Veterans Coffee Club social media for them. I had started the DAV Chapter 12 Anderson, Madison County, Indiana social media for them. And I was trying to help a veteran. Then, yes, I did yell at Charles Marcinko because he left me in charge all the time. Like he was just, I don't even know the word. But as a admin type person, I don't like working for those kind of men that don't want to do the work and they want everybody else to do it for them and just hand it to them, which is even funnier. I had spent thousands of dollars on this new equipment, and when I stepped down because I chose to go run for office, because that was my two things. I could have fought the DAV Chapter 12 to stay in and maintain the Veterans Coffee Club and all that came with it, or I could let them have their DAV Chapter 12 back, let them have the Veterans Coffee Club. And so I chose to let them have the DAV Chapter 12, and I carried on with the Veterans Coffee Club because it had been handed to me. But little did I know that this, okay, what they call the Veterans Coffee Club of Madison County, and then we happened to meet in Anderson, that's not what the legal name of that was. Okay, so then after me and Charles had a falling out, Bob Greenwald decided to send an email out to a whole bunch of people saying what a horrible person I am because I yelled at Charles Marcinko for standing me and a homeless veteran up. So it's a total opposite. But what really boils down to is Bob Greenwald did not do the paperwork. He had not been doing the paperwork properly. And he was basically getting ready to lose. And this right here, let me see what it says. Okay. They were getting ready to lose it. They were getting ready to lose. It got shut down. Okay. It basically had gotten dissolved. And I had to do some quick thinking to get it reestablished. And so, because it had been handed to me, I put my name on it. Hence how I'm even at this point right now. Let's see if I can find. Filing history. So 2025 is when I started playing around with it. And I get along with Ed. At least I thought me and Ed were okay. Let me pause for a second and see if I can find my name on here. Hold on. Okay, so carrying back on. I found it. It is under Veterans Coffee Club, Anderson, change of governing person, 8/28/2025. If I click on it, it pops this document up. Okay. Effective date, 8/28/2025. The undersigned acknowledges that a person commits a Class A misdemeanor by signing documents that a person knows is false in a material respect with the intent that the document be delivered to the Secretary of State. Okay. There's my name. How's my name on there if I didn't have more to do with all this than what they're telling people? They're acting like I'm the bad person here, but I help them save the Veterans Coffee Club with the state of Indiana so that they can continue on doing their stuff. Now, it's not my fault that shortly after that happened, we had our little falling out, or I didn't. They were mean to me. the Anderson Impact Center, where they were housing these meetings, decided in September, what they do, they canceled our events 48 hours before the meeting. Okay, I've never had that done before. I've never had a venue cancel a meeting because of a disagreement with something. Well, they all attacked me at that point, booted me out, but my name's on the stuff. And it is now March 17th, and they still have not updated any of their documents and left my information up. And they got new people trying to run it. Okay? That's not cool to me at all. Okay, let's go back to this one. I'm over here. So that's not cool to me at all that they would try to attempt to make me look like such a horrible person when I'm the reason why all the paperwork got filed. And then now all these other people are coming in, teaming up with the other coffee club as if I'm the bad person, when they weren't even marketing it properly from the get-go either, because they were marketing it as the Veterans Coffee Club of Madison County, because the two got Bob Greenwald was from Delaware County. So, and he was the ex vice chair of the DAV Chapter 12 and wasn't following the directions, didn't go through the DAV state to get permission to market the Veterans Coffee Club through the DAV, all these different things, right? And I'm a jerk because they dropped this stuff in my lap and I started pointing it out that the paperwork wasn't right. The DAV Chapter 12 was getting ready to get shut down. Technically shouldn't even have been receiving money for several years, but you want to be mad at me for trying to fix it? See, it don't make sense. So that's why it's hurtful, but I just wanted to put this out, let everybody know that even today, my stuff, I still have access into the account. They should have already had me pulled. But whoever is trying to be the big wig over there doesn't care about me. They don't even really care about veterans. They think it's going to get them some type of recognition. I'm not even sure. And then you can see here, when I filed my Veterans Coffee Club after removing my name, because this is the one they had me marketing, the Veterans Coffee Club of Madison County, Indiana. So even with the Facebook name, this was actually something else. This was actually the Madison County, the Veterans Coffee Club of Madison County. And then I changed the name to this once I started realizing that, like, why are we marketing improperly? Why are we telling people that it's this when it's not? And not cool. So here's my email. They have my phone. Oh, I'm not even on the screen. They have my phone number. The guys over there have my phone number. They want to act like it's their coffee club. And actually, let me show you. And even with the story that they tell you to me, it's not the right story. Okay. Because Patrick Romack is not the originator of the Veterans Coffee Club. Okay. He's not. I have paperwork that shows it's another guy's name. I may have given them the USB drive with all the documents on, but I also kept documents in case they tried to get me in trouble one day. So I covered down for myself, realizing that they wanted to scapegoat, and I'm not it. I'm not going down with that ship. Okay. So these guys didn't meet for, let's see, September, October, November, December, right? So the Veterans Coffee Club of Madison County, we met. We're now meeting over at the Salvation Army, okay? And we've been meeting once a month, second Saturday of every month since September, October timeframe. So 6 months, and then now all of a sudden they're back, and now Romac is trying to take charge of the Veterans Coffee Club. Well, let's see. But he's putting everything under the Veterans Project Inc. Okay? So they keep changing their stories. Sorry about that.
Roger.
For the people we're connected to. I was hoping, let's see. And I tried to help them get their stuff set up. They didn't want it. So I'm not sure how this is helping me. Okay. I'm not sure why these men, knowing that the Veterans Coffee Club or Veterans Coffee Club of Anderson, they know that the stuff's not right and they're not fixing it. Okay. So I don't care how many times this guy goes to the VA and tries to get certified. Okay, so here it is. Veterans Coffee Club in Anderson, 39 present. Okay. But here's the thing. They don't own it. They're not fixing the documentation. This isn't about the Veterans Coffee Club. Okay. This is about the Veterans Project and Patrick Romac. So great, he's got coffee coming to him. How about, Patrick, you go ahead and correct the paperwork and get my name off of it so that whatever you guys do over there, that you're not getting me in trouble. How about that? That would be really nice of you. So then there's no distinction between the Veterans Coffee Club and the Veterans Project for a couple different reasons. Because Romac isn't the originator of the Veterans Coffee Club. It was them old dudes that was messing with me. Okay. Yeah. He's got Ed right here, but look who else is here. This is Charles Marcinko. Okay. So they're catering to a man that, because I can't even call him a veteran, because basically what I watched him do to another veteran and me, right? So he's not allowed at mine. So now they're just going to cater and act like nothing happened. And they make it look like I'm the bad person. I'm getting messages. Okay. People are telling me. And then, so, okay, for instance, Saturday, we wouldn't be here now if the people at my event wouldn't have told me that these guys are still meeting. Back to, I don't care if they're meeting. We should be teaming up. Okay. The Anderson Impact Center just kicked the Queens out. So it's a matter of time before they kick these guys out. But in the process, they should at least get their documents set up properly and get it to where I can't even see the information. So to me, it's still just another janky something that don't even really have the legalities. Because technically, Ed Rollins' name is on the documents. They haven't added a board, so I'm not sure who James Patrick Romac is on that. But he's not on the board for the Veterans Coffee Club of Anderson. In fact, they don't even have their meetings the way that they're supposed to per the 501c3 requirements. They're supposed to have bi-quarterly meetings to deal with things going on financially with the Coffees Club, and nobody's meeting. So this right here, causing confusion in Madison County, is not me. This is Patrick Romac, and the other one in February was Darrell Baylor, putting his name on it. Well, if you guys are that involved, then you need to fix the paperwork, period. I should not be able to get into this account 6 months after the fact. And then you guys try to make me look like I'm a bad person. That's not very nice. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little over it. I'm a little over it. I just want to move on. Jeremy was talking about extending an olive branch. And, you know, I didn't have a problem with Ed. I actually helped Ed fix his problems that he was having because of Bob Greenwalt and all them. Now, they can make up all they want to. But until I get a public apology from Raleigh or Charles Marcinko or the Bob Greenwalt spouse for some of the things that they've said and done and sent emails about me, because it's actually defamation, libel, and slander when you start saying things that aren't true, and nobody's asking them for documentation of who did what and truth. You know why? And then even if you did, they don't have it because I have all the facts in my court or my corner. Okay, that's just how it is. So with that being said, I am not it's not my fault. This confusion that's going around is not my fault. If anybody has a problem, they should reach out to Patrick Romack, ask him for the origin of the coffee club from Muncie, which was some other guy. So whoever these guys keep getting involved with, there keeps being all these splits. Well, I'm sorry. I wouldn't made mine a legitimate coffee club because that's what I thought I was getting last year at this time. Okay. And I have successfully done everything I said I was going to do. And this year we just added this podcast feature and videos because I finally got my Facebook in somewhat of a working order. So we'll go over here and I'll end with, you can find us over here. My stuff's legitimate. Our mission is to provide outreach, support, resources to veterans with special focus on mental health, wellness, suicide prevention to ensure no soldier is left behind after service. Not to be confused with the Madison County Veterans Club. Okay, and some of those guys that are operating from the Madison County Veterans Club that have also helped spread some of the false information about me are not veterans. They're civilians. So let that sink in. They just want to hang out with everybody, so they'll say whatever to make me look like an idiot. Not very nice. So, like I said, we are now podcasting monthly. You can find our videos on the YouTube channel. I'll go ahead bring that up for you so you can see it. So this will be our new podcast feature to the Madison County Veterans Coffee Club, the Veterans Coffee Club of Madison County podcast. But it's really for everybody to join us. Anybody can tune in, ask questions, conversate. People can sit at home and drink coffee with us. Here's our first episode. It was okay. We're going to keep getting better. It's the first time I'd set up all the equipment, see how it would go. And it went pretty good. So go over there, hit the like button, the subscribe. You got to subscribe to us. Subscribe to us. This is a new channel, so I do know one subscriber. But it's there. And then don't forget to come over and show us some love over here. You got to hit the follow button. See, I've been building 148 followers. We got stuff going on. I did remove some of the photos from when I first got. Did I? No, I didn't. So see, I got the Veterans Coffee Club a while ago. It was handed to me by this gentleman right here in front of a large audience. Here's Jeremy and Denver. Me, Jeremy, Denver, and Aaron are now over at the other one if you guys want to come visit us. But I'm not lying. I'm just moving forward. So believe what you want, but I'm the one setting everything straight. I'm not causing confusion. I'm the one that's been marketing, and I don't appreciate them trying to steal the marketing stuff that I do or trying to badmouth me because they messed up and got caught. And what's going to happen when the paperwork's due again, or who's going to set their coffee club up? Not me anymore. I've moved on. I'm setting up my own. So this is me moving on. And I just wanted to get it on record, set the record straight. So if anything happens in the next couple months, I have a video clip showing my evidence. So this will now go into my evidence locker forevermore. And you all have a good morning or good day. Shalom.